favorite thing is, Jay? How before each down we have that first down, Bears at Cowboys, like that whole thing, right? So let's hear it, Yates.
First down.
All right, where's the Bears at Cowboys thing, though?
Bears at Cowboys.
There it is, Pat.
Hold on. What's wrong with we don't have the Bears at Cowboys? All right, Pat's going to have to do it. All right, Bears at Cowboys, Jay. How confident are you in Dak Prescott to lead the Cowboys? Listen, forget about to the playoffs, to a playoff win this year. They're going to make the playoffs. Can they win a game in the freaking playoffs?
I look for Dak Prescott to lead the Cowboys to multiple wins in the playoffs, just not one. One is no longer acceptable, right? And look, in this game in particular, coming up this weekend, we know what their defense is. We've seen how their offense can be handled by Cooper Rush. We've had one game now as far as a litmus test for Dak Prescott thus far. I still think the upside for Dak is a lot higher. I look forward to seeing the upside for Justin Fields.
Yeah, man.
We saw them beat the Pats, right? This team rushed for over 250 yards on the ground. Obviously, the way they do it with David Montgomery, you talk about they run the game, right? I get that, Khalil Herbert and company. But still, that pass rush, it's going to be interesting to see how Justin Fields can generate points with his feet.
You know, Justin Fields, to me, I thought the reason I wanted the Giants to draft him originally, I know they have Daniel Jones. I think Justin Fields has greatness in there. He reminds me in certain ways of Dak Prescott. Big, strong kid, fast, and with a big arm. But like a souped-up version of Dak. He looks to me like a higher ceiling guy. He's not nearly the quarterback Dak is yet, but he has a similar effect on a team. Jay, the Bears are in every game. They're no good. They don't have anything, but they're in every game. And it seems to me because of Justin Fields. So, listen, they are Chicago's plus 345. That's a pretty big underdog, and Dallas is minus 455. That's a big underdog. Cowboys FPI gives them an 85% chance of winning. I'm telling you, Bears should be in this game. And don't let Dak Prescott lose to the Bears.
So, do you think the Bears will cover? It's 9.5 point. Dallas 9.5 point favorites.
I do. I think Fields figures out a way. Some guys have a kind of galvanizing effect on a team.
Yeah.
And Fields, to me, seems to be one of those guys. I think that about Joe Burrow. I think certain guys, just their presence juices guys.
At home, I'm going to take Dallas to cover this game, though.
You think they're going to cover?
I don't see the Bears being able to control, like, you know, what happened in the last game against the Pats. They came out, they threw the ball in the first quarter a ton, right, which opened up the running game. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull that off against secondary of the Cowboys as far. Open up the running game.
Jay, it's time for second down.
Second down.
At
Patriots at Jets.
Not bad, Pat. Not bad. Okay. Patriots at Jets. This is a Sunday 1 p.m. window, Jay. New England is favored on the road by 2.5. Minus 140. Jets plus 118. That's pretty close odds, but damn, they're the 2.5 point favorites at Jets. Meantime, FPI says the Jets have a 51.5% chance of winning, according to ESPN's FPI. We think that they ought to be the slight favorites. The over-under is 40 points, by the way. Jay, Mac Jones is going to start, and this moved the odds in the Patriots' favor. Is that the right call?
Yes. This is the quarterback that you are starting to build the franchise around. And look, Bailey Zappi, I like him. I think he is talented. I know Key thinks he should start. He should be the starter moving forward.
Dr. Z.
I see Mac Jones being that guy who needs to find the reps, and I give him credit for how if you're going to be committed to Mac Jones, be committed to Mac Jones. Like, he is the leader that people see in the locker room, and even though I don't think he's played as well as people think he could play, I think you made that decision early in the season. You got to stick with it for another season.
You know who's convinced me of Mac Jones as a starter? Mike Tannenbaum, and I'll tell you why. Mike T was on this show saying, look, Bailey Zappi he's probably like 6'1", something like that. He's not a tall quarterback. Okay. He's not fast. And it's not impossible for a guy like that to succeed. Drew Brees, right? Tua can run, but he's not like blazing fast. But the point is, it's not impossible, but the odds are against it. Because if you're short, and by the quarterback standards, and you're not fast, the margin for error is basically zero, right? So Bailey Zappi, can you win a Super Bowl with him? Man, everything would have to go right, and he'd have to turn out to be a better player even than you realize. For that reason, I think your best shot at winning a Super Bowl if you're the Patriots in the coming years, based on what's on your roster, is Mac Jones. What are you trying to do here? Just be barely above 500, something like that, lose in the first round of the playoffs? Or are you trying to do something, right? I think Mac Jones, the more I think about it, is really your only option.
I don't think either quarterback can help you win a Super Bowl.
Well, Zappe looked good, though, when he was playing. He looked
okay,
good.
against two of the worst defenses in the league.
That's true.
Okay, so I like Mac Jones. I'm just saying the body of work that Mac Jones had last year, finishing top 8 in a lot of statistical categories, even if it was packaged.
How long would it take you to get those stats up? Those were very impressive stats. If I vamp here for 10 seconds,
not
can
what
you get
I
those
do
stats?
for a living. No.
Damn. Jay rattled off some stats on Mac Jones the other day. You were
it's like
loaded.
completion percentage.
It was every important stat. He was top 10.
It was ridiculous. I mean, regardless of whether you want to tell me it was packaged up right by Bill Belichick or not, he still had to be on the field and do it and execute.
100%. Again, I talk about the Giants all the time because they're 6-1, by the way, everyone. But like I look at, Daniel Jones, they're scheming it up from. He still got to do it. They did everything right by Mac Jones last year. And as Key says, you just got to drive to the stadium as a rookie, show me you know how to get there. You're not expecting anything. He did more than just drive to the stadium. He understood how to steer the ship. The ship was designed perfectly for him, but he did it very, very well by rookie quarterback NFL standards, I thought.
I do think that 12-game win streak that Bill Belichick has over the Jets, I think that comes to an end on Sunday.
Agreed. I'm surprised the Jets are not favored. The Jets have one of the more talented rosters in the NFL. And I know Vera Tucker's a big loss. Breece Hall's a big loss.
Yeah.
But they still just look around.
Stay with the game plan.
The ball. They got talent.
Stay with the game plan. Let James Robinson, still run the ball.
That's right.
Don't have Zach Wilson try to do too much.
Imagine if Becton never got hurt. Like the Jets, this is what happens when you draft at the top, for 100 years in a row. Time for third down, guys.
Third down.
Pat?
Giants at Seahawks.
Not bad. Giants at Seahawks, Jay. Seattle is favored by 3 at home. Giants plus 140. Seattle minus 165 on the money line. The over under is 44.5 points. Seattle, FPI gives a 56.8% chance of winning. By the way, as a Giants fan, this is the one when I look at the schedule and the Giants were on that little roll, I was like, Seattle does a lot of the same kind of stuff they do, only they're at home. The Giants will have to travel all the way to the West Coast. They're winning a lot of close games. The Giants are kind of due for a close loss, I would say. I get what the odds makers are saying here, Jay.
Oh, yeah, of little faith.
Which team between Seattle and New York is most likely to keep their momentum going, do you think?
I have the Giants winning this game. I know it's going to be tough. It just feels like every game we've said that the Giants have been outmatched, right? They were outmatched against the Titans. Then it was like, Aaron Rodgers is going to be too much for them in London. Then it came down to like Lamar Jackson. Can they contain him? They play a brand of football for 4 straight quarters where you know what time it is. They don't play down or up to the level of their competition. It's consistent.
That's a great point.
I have the Giants.
My favorite thing about this team is what you just said. But even without Metcalf, man, they got more at receiver than the Giants do. Seattle does. And so when it comes down to it at home,
control the tempo of the game, man.
Yeah, but Seattle does the same kind of stuff.
Okay.
But they're the ones, I don't know. It just feels like the Giants are due for a close loss.
You're a nervous Giants fan right now.
Damn straight.
Fourth down.
Fourth down.
So, Buffalo Bills are at the Green Bay Packers.
Wait. Bills at Packers.
Oh, sorry. That's right.
Continue.
What are you doing?
That's right. Sorry about that, Pat. Bills at Packers. This is a Sunday primetime game. Buffalo, the spread is 11 points. Buffalo favored by 11 at Lambeau. Green Bay's plus 400. Buffalo minus 550 on the money line. The over-under is 47 and a hook. The Bills, according to FBI, have a 83.3% chance of winning. By the way, 16.7% chances hit all the time. It's like almost a 1 in 5 shot. It happens. But let me ask you this, Jay. How surprised are you that Aaron Rodgers is an 11-point dog at home?
Surprised?
At home?
At home.
11 points?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the Bills are playing best football in the NFL along with the Eagles. Like I think these two teams are completely.
Sorry. It's Packers at Bills. I knew
Packers
something
at
was
Bills.
wrong with that. It's Packers Bills. They're not at Lambeau.
You know, it was like
right?
when you were talking about that.
Yeah,
okay,
sorry.
It didn't make sense. It's all right. That's not surprising at all, right? Like I don't see the Packers winning.